What's up? Just left Angelo's, where we got us a new case. Who's the lucky goon?
A Mr. Cedric Wallace from the Sunshine State. Been here for about 5 years and been stinking up the city ever since.
Thought I smelled something stinking.
Well, after he bonded, he wanted to shoot a video confessional just in case, he made it on the show. And guess who obliged? Angelo.
Well, here it is. Roll.
I told your producer, I'll do this, but you can't. Record my face.
Yeah, we already know about that. It's cool. Go ahead and tell your story.
Yeah, they got me up here on all these trumped up charges. Can you say entrapment? Because that's exactly what it is. Plain and simple. The real story is this. I had suspected my girl Yvette was stepping out on me with a co-worker. So I hired Kenny Brooks, a private investigator, to follow her cheating ass. Didn't take him long to get to the dirt either. I secretly put a tracking app on her phone. The PI followed her one night after work. That was all it took. Now this is where the problem comes in at. The PI says I asked him, did he know a hitman to take her out? I can't say no more about that right now because my attorney has advised me not to. But I will say this. When my attorney gets him on the stand, the truth will come out.
Yeah, the truth came out along with the lies and that weak-ass defense.
I mean, that's why the jury came back with the guilty verdict.
And that's when Mr. Wallace went MIA.
I mean, he had no chance in hell of beating that case.
Nah, I mean, the PI hooked him up with a hitman who happened to be an undercover agent who recorded the whole conversation. And here's the reenactment.
Hey, yo, bro, Kenny sent you?
Shit. I don't even know who you is, nigga. Let me see some flesh.
Some flesh? Nigga, what?
You might be wearing a wire, dog.
Oh, that's real. I feel that, my nigga. Good, nigga. I don't look no fucking cop, man. Shit, man. But, you know this is a two-way street, right? I don't know you either, nigga.
Oh, bro, I'm all good back here, baby. Look, you see me. You can see me. Ain't nothing to hide. Now talk to me.
You know what it is, though, right?
I know a little bit, but why don't you fill me in?
Well, in a nutshell, man, my bitch fucking around on me, bro. You fucking with some old ham-ass nigga, too, bro. You know what I'm saying? And long story short, man, I need that bitch gone, bro. Need her out of here, bro.
Shit, how much? How much you talking?
Shit, I probably can hit you off with a little stack right now.
The fuck you mean a stack? Nigga, if you don't get out my motherfucking car and kill that bitch yourself.
All right, look. What about 3?
This is what we'll do. You give me $3,500 and half right now. And then we can talk.
Yeah, I guess I could work with that. When you gonna be able to handle that, though?
On some real, I got a busy couple of weeks. After that, I can get that shit taken care of for you, for real.
Yeah, that sounds good. But look, man, I need that shit to hurt, dog. I need that shit to hurt bad, man. I want you to fuck this bitch up real bad, bro. For real, dog. She fucked me over, man.
Bad idea. Nah, bro, we ain't gonna do it like that. First thing they gonna look at is the boyfriend, cause that shit look like a crime of passion. Let me do this. I know what to do.
I guess you right. Well, shit, man. I guess you the expert at this shit. You just do whatever the fuck you think necessary, man. I don't give a fuck. I just want this bitch dead, bro.
Right now, though, at this moment, I ain't been paid to think. Half up front will clear my thinking right now.
I like a nigga that's straightforward to the motherfucking point, man. Look. My nigga, take this. That's $1,500 right there, bro. I'm gonna get you the rest of that shit, dog. When you go off this bitch, man.
I'll tell you what, bro. Don't even worry about that. You don't even worry about that. I got you. You can keep that other half.
What?
Save it for an attorney. You under arrest.
Hold on, man.
It's been a month since they convicted Mr. Wallace. First report was that he went back to the Sunshine State. At least that's what our initial investigation suggested. Angelo got a call the other day that shot all that down. Said he got an anonymous tip that we might be able to find Mr. Wallace by talking to some of his old work buddies. I decided while we checked that out, I would put a lookout at his parents' home on the east side.
Received all the case data information about this case and did as he suggested. Checked a few co-workers, got nowhere. I got TC staking out the father. Sent Merce over there to see where it's going.
Oh, you're blowing my cover, dude.
What cover, man? You been here 2 damn days, man. Thinking we should probably move on.
Yeah. I heard you were back on the clock.
Yeah. You know what they say? Gun charges come, gun charges go.
I heard that.
What's up, Detroit? Mercedes Jackson here, and I'm back. When Rock first picked up Mason slack while he was out of town, I was MIA with a gun charge. You can't put in work if you can't use your tools. So Rock hooked me up with some work, doing reenactments for this series. That was cool, but now I'm back on the squad, putting in some real work.
Where to?
I'm not sure yet, man. What your gut telling you?
That it's hungry. Been here since 5. Saw the father go to work at 6. Maybe tomorrow morning I follow him. You know, just to make sure he ain't making any stops to see his son.
Yeah, that could work. But check this out. Me and Rock was wondering, who you think got the most to lose out of all of this?
Just one loser, and that's Mr. Wallace. And of course, parents and family, they don't want to see little Johnny get locked up either.
Mm-hmm. All right, now check this out. Let's flip it.
Okay.
Who you think got the most to gain out of all of this? Because somebody called to tip that damn bail bondsman.
They said check the coworkers. How did that work out?
Bunch of dead ends, man. But me and Rock think the caller knew that shit already.
Most to gain if we catch him? You know, besides us going hard on him? Girlfriend might like to see him get locked up.
There was one more person who had something to gain in all this. I had Justin follow PI, who set up Mr. Wallace to begin with. Aaliyah's note said she noticed some odd body language between Mr. Wallace's girlfriend Yvette and the PI Kenny. Just a hunch right now, but that could change. 2 days later, it did.
Your hunch paid off big time.
So what you got?
Searched a few databases. Ain't got nowhere at first. But what you're looking for is sometimes right in front of your face. Or Facebook in this case.
So what did you find?
Kenny and Yvette, booed up. Pick after pick.
Timeline.
About the time of the trial.
So we got a PI, and the woman's watching getting busy while the ex-boyfriend gets locked up. And you believe he's the one who gave us a tip that went nowhere?
That's what I believe.
But if he knew where Mr. Wallace was hiding, why doesn't he just give us a location? Why give us a runaround?
Fear. If Kenny rats out Mr. Wallace, and he get wind up and find out, he pretty much probably want revenge.
You know what? I noticed all the pics are on Yvette's Facebook page. Not so much Kenny's. He was probably trying to keep a low profile until you called up to Cedric.
Okay. Now it's starting to make some sense.
Let's have a chat with Mr. Kenny Rogers.
Rock, I'm gonna call him up and get him over. This way, we can put him in the hot seat.
Kenny was starting to sound like someone needed to investigate his conniving ass. I mean, come on. Stealing his client's girlfriend? He probably had something to do with pushing Mr. Wallace into trying to kill her, just so he could get him out the way. After all, he did introduce him to an undercover cop and got him busted.
We called up Kenny and told him a story about having to see him, about a letter we received from Mr. Wallace, and that he needs to see it for himself. Looked on Facebook for myself, and Justin was right. Yvette had 20 pics of her and Kenny on her page, and he had none on his. Tells you something.
So what's going on? What's the message?
Where's Cedric, Kenny?
What you mean? I ain't looking for him.
But you are looking out for him, right?
Looking out.
Yeah. By any off chance that he found out you and his ex are an item, he might want revenge.
Who could blame him? You took his money,
His girl,
and set him up and took his freedom.
I would definitely be looking up my back after all that BS.
I never touched this girl.
That was a month ago.
I bet you're doing a whole lot more touching these days, huh?
All right. So who cares if I'm with her right now? Where he's going, he ain't doing her no good. Besides, he wanted her dead. And what does that have to do with me knowing what Cedric is?
We believe you called with a tip, just to get us back on his trail.
So if I knew where he was, why wouldn't I just tell him?
To protect your rep, that's why.
And if all that BS you did to him leaked out,
Plus you giving up his final whereabouts,
nobody would never hire you.
might as well cut your throat right now.
And I got the knife.
Look, of course I know where he is. That's what I do, remember?
So what you saying, Kenny?
What Kenny said is that for not turning his ass in, he'll call Cedric, tell him that Yvette has a photo shoot tomorrow, and if he wants to talk to her, that would be a good place to do it. The boss has got an area in the office building that they have used just for scum like Cedric.
Los, ready to put in work? Ha, my man Los always locked and loaded. Justin, you ready for this?
This is not what I signed up for, but seems simple enough. Guy comes in, I play a photographer, make a little small talk, get him to a certain spot, and then Los and Rock pop out and fuck the rest of his day up. What can go wrong?
Hey, sorry for the short notice, but the corona man took out all our bosses, except me and Los. Listen, Justin, the guy might come in heated, man, so no small talk. Get him in position so we can boss up on him. We have done this about 20 times or so. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. All we need is for an ex, a friend, or a disgruntled relative to help us out by telling our perk to meet them there for a photo shoot. In this case, Kenny hooked this up. Just one more nail in Cedric's coffin, as far as he was concerned. And keep it simple, all right? Los, you in the closet, I'll be in the room. When we hear the magic words,
You want to drink while we wait? Maybe they'll be here about like 5 minutes.
Okay.
we were in the middle of a pandemic, not a snowstorm. That mask told me instantly that Cedric man was on murder, not to mend a relationship. The thing is, Justin needs to get away from Cedric far enough before he calls us in, just so Cedric can't use him as a shield.
You know, I don't want to be rude or nothing, but you a little close right now, bro. Shut over there!
man, what, you got a gun? Man, what the... This was not the way it's supposed to go down. There was no Yvette coming. So I had to do something to get Cedric's mind off of Justin before he gets agitated.
Victory coming! Turn around, say, put it down! Put the gun down! Come towards me. Come on. Get out! Get out! Get out! Got you, right? Get up, man. Come on, we the boss. Come on. Don't nobody get away. Put your hands behind your back. Come on, boys. Get him, boys. Come in here. Fuck that thing, boys.
Coming to get you, we won't stop till we know we got you. We're coming to your house, we're kicking the doors, and looking out there, we catch you at the liquor store. This is what we do, we coming to get you, we